know my way around here. Oh my God. It's not quite dark in old Hyde Park, but you're here when the stars begin to sparkle like that ring on Meghan Markle. I may need a moment, so talk amongst yourselves. I'm getting verklempt. I so adore this city. Just wish I had more time here. All day I dream of clotted cream when I'm here. Or a quiet lane that's shady, like a scene from My Fair Lady. Oh, everything's as if I never said goodbye. The way we were, the way we are, the time's gone by so fast. I have been away too long, but I've come back at they all sound so clever. The pastel lights, the music of Big Weather. When I hear those royal trumpets, then it's time for tea and crumpets. And I'm getting hungry. Boy, could I go for a Cornish pasty now. I love all your tradition.
Yeah, go on. Go on. Go on.
The American women, as part of the suffrage movement, didn't want to be called suffragettes. And yet this term, coined by one man in 1906, has stuck as part of a movement. And I think when you look at that and you look at it through that lens of the power of one person's influence in the media to be able to shape an entire movement or way of thinking or even an ideology or an identification. So even though in that article, the point was not about the term suffragette, what stuck with me is the ability of influence. And if it's only coming from a patriarchal lens, how that's shaping everything that we see. And whether you actually read the article or not, this one or any other one, I think what's so fascinating, at least from my standpoint and my personal experience the past couple of years, is the headline alone, the clickbait alone makes an imprint. That is part of how we start to view the world, how we interact with other people. And I think there's so much toxicity out there in what is being referred to, and my husband and I talk about it often, this economy for attention.
Among Meghan Markle's many talents is her impeccable handwriting, and even that is having an impact.
These students are trying their hand at calligraphy, a lost art that's back in the spotlight thanks to Meghan Markle.
You are a calligrapher?
I used to be, yes.
Meghan revealed her hidden talent as a skilled calligrapher to Larry King back in 2013. When she was just starting out, she worked at this paper source store in Beverly Hills, where she wrote invitations in calligraphy and taught classes.
I think that's pretty cool.
Now, high school students like Emily Llamas in Orange County, California, hope to follow in Meghan's footsteps.
I always thought it was so beautiful, so this year when I found out that the class was being offered, I took my shot.
How are you doing?
Teacher Christy Darwick, who's been practicing calligraphy for 35 years, sees a new trend, more people wanting to learn this lost art.
We're getting a lot of new members now. It's beautiful. They want to do it.
and Meghan is bound to show off her skills penning all of those.
You are a calligrapher?
I used to be, yes. That was, I went to all-girls Catholic school. Handwriting class was one of those.
And how do calligraphers get paid? I mean, who employs calligraphers?
You know, it's
wedding
funny.
Reception people?
Absolutely. Wedding reception people.
Yes,
also.
please, let her do it.
Yeah.
Check this out.
Write something. You can use my name or anything you want.
I don't write things down in front of her anymore because I'm embarrassed of how beautiful.
Do you have a side talent?
I'm a photographer, I do all sorts of things, but nothing as impressive as this.
Are you an amateur photographer?
I would say, you know, borderline amateur professional. I have a lot of gear. I love to shoot. I shoot nonstop, but I don't make money doing it. But I did survive as a young actor taking headshots.
Oh.
Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, I shall.
Oh, do tell.
It's out of nowhere.
But that, I mean, you
Here, let me
have the
write.
right
Now,
pen and
I'm
you
going to
be
write
able
the same thing for
Actually,
you, just to
Patrick has
give you
really
a sense.
cool handwriting, though.
Oh, my day is made.
Larry.
You want to go pick the furniture?
Let's do that. Paint colors, swatches.
So that's what happens when a 4-year-old writes the same thing.
He loves Larry King. Now we have a problem. This is a different kind of triage.
Thank you, no.
Meghan, those are the women that were the most outspoken. The minute these women have opinions is the minute they lose public popularity. And to be a popular female in the royal family, you've got to keep your mouth shut.
The press turned against Meghan soon after the engagement because she mentions Me Too.
Oh, yes.
Yes, absolutely.
And that completely threw her off, I think, because I think she saw the royal family as a platform to communicate the causes that she was really, really passionate about and the activism that she'd been doing since she was 11 years old. And she thought this would be a great opportunity. But no, because we have to, when we're in the royal family, they have to be sanitised, signed off charities that have that little, they're kept in a little box where they are. They're the pretty women on the arm that only say nice, polite things. And that is crucial to their success. Because look what happened when Fergie spoke out, when Diana spoke out, and now Meghan.
Just look at the front page of the Sun today. He's making headlines there. He's been named in a U.S. court documents relating to the rapper P. Diddy, whose real name is Sean Combs.
Yeah, the court documents filed in the US mention guests were drawn to Combs's alleged sex trafficking parties because of his so-called access to celebrities and international dignitaries, which included the likes of Prince Harry.
Let's go to Royal and Showbiz reporter Kinsey Schofield on this one. So Harry's been named. What will this mean for him and his wife?
Well, I have to be honest with you. It looks like Prince Harry's being thrown under the bus here. And, you know, I'm willing to criticize Prince Harry when it's appropriate. If you want to talk about his African Parks charity, I've got all day. But in this particular case, it seems like the accuser here, who is a producer named Rodney Lil Rod Jones, who filed this $30 million lawsuit in February, is trying to get attention by dropping some of these bigger names like Prince Harry's into this documentation, trying to say that Prince Harry gave P. Diddy credibility. Now, the only time Prince Harry and P. Diddy are photographed together is in 2007 at an event honoring Princess Diana. The last time I could find Sean Combs talking about Prince Harry is in 2011 during a Graham Norton interview where he's joking, and he clearly has no relationship with him. There's no proof that Prince Harry has nurtured any type of relationship with Sean P. Diddy Combs. And as somebody that's worked for Diddy, I can assure you that he doesn't need Prince Harry when it comes to, you know, any sort of cool points over the years. I've never seen him have to name drop. He was always Diddy.
Rewind a minute there. You worked for him or with him?
Yeah, I threw a party for him for Ciroc vodka. And, you know, I never had any issues with him. I'm very lucky in that regard. I don't have anything negative to say about him. Obviously, these accusations are appalling, but I'm a good girl, so he probably knew not to do anything like that around me. But, you know, this is all over the news here. He is accused of sex trafficking in multiple sex assault lawsuits, with raids on multiple houses on Monday by Homeland Security, with them seizing electronics and interviewing 4 Jane Does and 1 John Doe, the New York prosecutors, in connection with sex trafficking and a racketeering investigation. So similar to R. Kelly, and very serious allegations.
It's interesting you were talking about the picture that Prince Harry was photographed next to P. Diddy. I think Prince William's also in that picture, and interesting that he's managed to completely avoid being mentioned in all this, just as well, given what's going on for him at the moment. But I wonder why this particular claimant has gone after, or decided to pick on Prince Harry, sorry.
I think it's because Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are headline grabbers all over the world, and it's guaranteed press. It's going to guarantee that you'll end up on the cover of the Sun, and I think ultimately this accuser is looking for a payday. And I'm not saying that P. Diddy's innocent. I don't know what the truth is here, but I can tell you, based on past experience with his ex-girlfriend Cassie, he settled that. I believe it was just one day after that court filing, when it came to a 2017 chef that alleged that P. Diddy was inappropriate with her. He settled that 2 years later. So he has a history of settling these cases. Blow this up and you could potentially get a great payday. So of course you're going to want this splashed across all the newspapers, and Prince Harry is a great way to do that.
Well, I think it's great talking to you, having worked with him, knowing how his name is pronounced, as I was pronouncing it this morning and told I was wrong. It's spelt Combs, as in a comb through your hair. It should be pronounced, if it was in Ireland, it would be Combs. But here the young folks say, what, Isabel?
I thought Coombs, so I checked with the youngsters in the newsroom. They're all like Coombs. But maybe they're too young to really know about Diddy as well.
Or stupid.
You say stupid, I say young. Also, Kinsey, how good of you to get the memo that we're all in purple today. I did.
I was happy when I logged on and saw that. I did get that memo. Thank you very much.
Well, purple is an Easter colour for Lent.
Yeah. And she is a good girl, so she knows these things.
And therefore...
You know it.
Yeah, very good. Kinsey, good talking to you. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
It looks like Prince Harry's being thrown under the bus here. And, I'm willing to criticize Prince Harry when it's appropriate. But in this particular case, it seems like the accuser here, who is a producer named Rodney Lil Rod Jones, who filed this $30 million lawsuit in February, is trying to get attention by dropping some of these bigger names like Prince Harry's into this documentation, trying to say that Prince Harry gave P. Diddy credibility. Now, the only time Prince Harry and P. Diddy are photographed together is in 2007 at an event honoring Princess Diana. The last time I could find Sean Combs talking about Prince Harry is in 2011 during a Graham Norton interview where he's joking, and he clearly has no relationship with him. There's no proof that Prince Harry has nurtured any type of relationship with Sean P. Diddy Combs. And as somebody that's worked for Diddy, I can assure you that he doesn't need Prince Harry when it comes to any sort of cool points over the years. I've never seen him have to name drop. He was always Diddy.
Wind a minute there. You worked for him or with him?
I threw a party for him for Ciroc vodka. And, I never had any issues with him. I'm very lucky in that regard. I don't have anything negative to say about him.
It's interesting you were talking about the picture that Prince Harry was photographed next to P. Diddy. I think Prince William's also in that picture, and interesting that he's managed to completely avoid being mentioned in all this, just as well, given what's going on for him at the moment. But I wonder why this particular claimant has gone after, or decided to pick on Prince Harry, sorry.
I think it's because Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are headline grabbers all over the world, and it's guaranteed press. It's going to guarantee that you'll end up on the cover of the Sun. Blow this up, and you could potentially get a great payday. So of course you're going to want this splashed across all the newspapers, and Prince Harry is a great way to do that.
Gonna get mad. guys are all
There is so much criticism of Meghan, whatever she does and whenever she opens her mouth, and I think we should be aware of that. You know, we're trying to say that we should lay off Catherine, that we should be kind towards Catherine after a small mistake. Well, we can't have dual standards and be so critical of everything Meghan does and then demand kindness for Catherine.
I feel like William works overtime to destroy his brother, in an attempt to destroy his brother. I feel he is jealous and has always been. I also feel like William, who, in my opinion, based on what I have seen, who has no real sense of self, excuse me, and no real sense of a purpose. I feel like William, the type of woman Meghan is in terms of her savviness, in terms of her presence, William feels like that is the sort of wife he should have had. The woman who can make it happen. Not Kate, because that's just not who she is. It is what it is. And can you imagine being in a position financially where you have access and a platform to everything and anything you want, and having no sense of purpose?
The moment that Meghan and I held each other close for the first time in 10 years, I swore to myself that I would never again attempt to prove to someone that she cares about me, because I know and she knows, and that's all that matters. But I've been feeling really petty lately. And I've really been leaning into the public shaming. Because, yeah, if you want to play the game, let's play the game.
Did you know about this? Meghan Markle prepped Thanksgiving lunch for over 300 homeless LA residents. The date says November 28th, 2022. So this literally happened this last American Thanksgiving. The article says that she partnered with the Downtown Women's Center ahead of the Thanksgiving holiday, and that this women's center provides all kinds of resources for women in need. This is not a picture of her at that event. Shocking, I know. There isn't a picture of her at this thing because she didn't bring cameras with her. Did you also know that in the British tabloid, the Daily Mail, that they have an entire tab dedicated to Meghan Markle, and these are the kinds of articles that they have? Just trash. Notice the absence of this volunteer service that she did. Like, even when you search for it on Google, nothing from the Daily Mail shows up. And this one isn't even from this last Thanksgiving. It's from service she's done before. I just wanted to point all of that out just to show that Meghan does do things without fanfare. So this whole idea that she's only doing things to get recognition and she's a narcissist, like, whatever. Narcissists don't do stuff like that without making sure that they receive recognition and glorification for that.
Tomorrow is Harry and Meghan's 7th wedding anniversary. And in honor of that anniversary, I'm going to share 7 lessons that we can learn from them. And these are business lessons, by the way. So lesson number 1, know when to pivot. So just like in business, if a strategy isn't aligned with your values, you need to pivot. Harry and Meghan, they left the royal institution to build a life and a brand that matched their personal mission. That to me is bold leadership. So don't be afraid to walk away from a high status position if it's not serving your vision or your values. Lesson number 2, control your narrative. As we know, they often face media storms. I mean, made up stuff, lies, untruths, no facts. They face that constantly and daily because some people use it to distract from their lack of work ethic. However, what Harry and Meghan have done is to use platforms like Netflix, like Spotify, even Archwell, and recently Instagram, to share their story on their terms. So in business, if you do not tell your story, somebody else will tell it for you. Lesson number 3, build a values-driven brand. What do I mean? Harry and Meghan have positioned themselves around mental health, community impact, equality, and compassion. And they stick to that. They've never deviated from that. So you need to learn to find what your values are and position yourself around that and make it known. Number 4, choose strategic partnerships. This is very important for any business, because Harry and Meghan, they didn't just go solo. They partnered with giants like Netflix and Spotify and BetterUp to create global reach with credibility, because nobody can argue against Netflix. Nobody can argue against Lemonada. Again, strategic partnerships, choose them widely. Choose them actually widely and wisely, and use them for the leverage that it gives you. Number 5, you need to choose endurance over popularity. What do I mean? Despite relentless attacks, Harry and Meghan have stayed focused and they've stayed forward looking. Their longevity comes from purpose and not from pleasing everyone, in particular family or the media. So this is a big lesson, because public opinion always shifts. Trust me, I have seen somebody go from the most reviled woman in the UK to Queen. So public opinion will always shift, but your values, your mission means that you stay true to your mission, you stay true to your values, and also you become resilient under pressure. Number 6, do not reinvent yourself do not reinvent yourself if it means losing your core identity. Always stick to your core identity. Always know who you are. Be true to who you are. And that is something that is built within you right from a young age. Because whether they're in the palace, whether they're doing podcasts, we all know what they stand for, because they have personal grace, they've demonstrated resilience, they've demonstrated strength, and they've demonstrated consistent service. So reinvention is key, but don't lose the core DNA of who you are and what you are. And lastly, which is number 7, you always prioritize your mental health, because without healthy mental fitness, you will not be able to do half the things that you need to do in your business. So focus on therapy, wellness, your emotional safety, particularly if you are parents, because only if you are emotionally well can you raise the next generation of emotionally fit children. Have boundaries, prioritize those boundaries, and protect your energy. Anyway, those are my 7 business lessons that I've learned from Harry and Meghan, and I wish them a very happy anniversary for tomorrow.
Hello, my people. Lady Rosie here. How y'all doing? All my new subscribers, you're welcome, and my returning subscribers, you all know I love you. It's the Duchess of Sussex's 7th wedding anniversary today. Her Royal Highness, the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan, we do wish you and your wonderful husband the best, the prince of them all. Oh gosh, this guy pisses off all these white ladies, especially the older ones, the ones who thought this prince was going to marry their daughters, but meanwhile they did not show them daughters how to wash. No. Them daughters need to learn how to bathe first. They stink, most of those racist kids. You know how spoiled them racist kids are? but guess what? You a princess. You can't do anything. You can't clean your bed. You can't clean after you eat. You know, my grandma used to say, my grandma Rose, actually. You know, I got named after my grandma. Yeah, she used to say, if you can eat, you can clean. So them racists, these nonsense people, ignorant people. You know, these people back in slavery day, in colonial time, our grandparents, our ancestors actually taught them how to wash. And they thought like it was good to not show their daughters how to wash. And that's why they turned the way they are. I mean, smell all of them. I'm not talking about the good ones out here. The good ones out here, they learned. Yeah, most of them, they actually learned and they know how to bathe and they don't smell. But those racist ones, because they think in them damn heads they are upper class and cleaning after yourself, it's a weakness. It's for poor people, it's for black people, it's for brown people. But guess what? Meanwhile, we are taking your sons. Are we keeping those sons out here and you're out there and you're pissed like something else? You know? Yeah, nah, because if you're gonna teach all those girls how to wash, you're gonna teach them how to use a washcloth. You gotta teach them how to clean after them damn selves and make them damn beds. Ain't nobody gonna leave no mumbles. Guess why the mumble was the Bulliam divorced mumble? Because she's because you know mumble man be washing nothing. And that's the same like with all those girls that Prince Harry used to hang around with. He was like, damn, I found this black girl and see, she smells like that flower. Yeah, the flower that I can't put my fingers on, but I know that girl smells like that flower. That is a keeper. That's why Her Royal Highness, the Duchess of Sussex, kept that dude right now here for 7 years, and before you know it's gonna be they're gonna be together for hundreds of years together, and that they're gonna be buried together after 200 years. I'm telling y'all guys are gonna be in shock. And meanwhile, I'm telling y'all those racists are still sitting down there with your damn pale, damn faces, terrible looking. Y'all need to go teach your children how to wash. Buy them a loofah. You buy them you buy them even lotion. Teach them how to lotion themselves. Them bodies, them skins like a snake. You know? They need to even check those Hollywood girls. You know, the Goop girl. That Goop sister also got some kind of lotion. Oh, what is it? The Goop girl? It's not her, it's another one. Is it Jennifer Garner? One of them got some kind of lotion for those pale people. Oh, also Cindy Crawford. The sister also got some good lotion for them people. Y'all need to buy those lotion your damn selves. And before you lotion yourselves, you gotta wash down there. You wash everything. That's why this person left you with your whiteness and went with the black one. And right now here you jelly, and some of y'all guys gonna get a heart attack from here. It's just so painful to watch him, but it's a really good thing that Success Squad, y'all gave us good advice not to share those people's hate on our channels. Y'all did us a really big service, and right now here I don't even really pay attention watching anything that they're saying. Sometimes I might see 2-3 things, and I might see this wonderful brother man in the Ministry of Hacks is dragging him. I might see Elizabeth Solari dragging him. I might see some of all those beautiful sisters out here, the Success Squad sisters, the white and black ones, all of them. They drag those derangers because those derangers are so dirty. They stink. They need to learn how to bathe. When you learn how to bathe, you're gonna keep that husband. Yeah, women, that's for you, and some of those men too, those racist men, some of them. Then I heard that dude, the orange one out there, they say that guy smell fuck. You know, these people got some issues. It's always the racist ones. Always the racist one. Because you know, when you have so much hate, you ain't gonna smell like a Holy Spirit. You are gonna smell fucking. I mean, look. You know what? I work in psych ward, okay? Yes, I'm your psychologist of every day. I sit down with people, okay? And the people with good Holy Spirit, you smell them, they smell like Jesus. They smell like some good stuff. I ain't gonna say they smell like fruit because you know the fruity smell is associated with diabetes. Yes, so they don't be smelling like they smell fruity kind of a little bit, but most of the time they smell like flowers because guess what? They got Holy Spirit. But if you catch them folks, them racist, those people they smell terrible. They smell like a devil. They smell like a death, and they look like a death. Oh my color, that color on them. Oh, some of these people actually do need Jesus, and they need some tanning. I tell you, that color is associated with some bad news. It's bad news. So them derangers, I can smell them through my phone. I can smell them through my TV. I tell you, them derangers, take all of them. They smell bad because they lack Holy Spirit. Because they belong to the devils. And most of them derangers, guess what? They were born from ISIS. Inbred. That's also another issue with them. That's why them teeth be looking the way they look. That's how them faces be looking the way them looking. And some of them noses look like a bad news also themselves. Oh my goodness, no wonder they are so jealous. Royal Highness, the Duchess of Sussex, God bless you. We are out here cheering you up and keep that dude of you as your fox. That guy is the top notch of all them princes of Europe. Everybody was looking at him when I was growing up. But I know that was not me, though, because, you know, I be minding my other business in other corners. But lots of people that I know, my generation, they used to look at that prince and all of them used to talk about him. And they used to talk about him in that Denmark. Oh, my goodness, everybody be talking about that prince. He was good, prince. And you got that prince, and right now here all them people pissed off, and he left all of them damn asses with their whiteness and took you with your blackness. Girl, you are it. God bless the Sussexes squad, and God bless our faves. I love y'all guys. I'm gonna talk to y'all again tomorrow. Bye for now. Subscribe to Isabella Back's channel, subscribe to my brother Baron's channel, subscribe to all the other Sussexes friendly channels, okay? Talk to you. Bye-bye.